This is the CEO Insider, powered by YTexas. In today's episode, we talk to the CEO of OpTic Gaming, Hector Rodriguez. Hector, thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And you're very accustomed to winning big awards.
I am.
Tell everyone
and I don't say that in a braggadocious way. This is just facts.
There's nothing wrong with telling people that you've done something right,
especially in the world of competition.
Right.
And confidence helps, and we do okay at that.
Right. In the e-gaming world, it pays to be competitive. Are you a competitive guy?
I am. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I think all humans are. I mean, we compete from the second that we are created. But yeah, it's esports is the term that our industry is called. E-gaming is.
I'm sorry.
No,
okay.
It's okay. Hey, look,
okay.
I'm an educator in my space. I love it. I love educating people about it.
Yeah, in your space, if you've got to be open to, you're educated in an entire new world of this. How hard has that been? Hard?
You know what? Yes, I think the main obstacle immediately, as you're explaining what it is that you do, is the name of it, esports. Immediately, people go to, well, it's video games a sport? You're sitting there, that. It's more about the competition aspect of it. One human brain against another human brain, trying to outmaneuver and outlast. So it is very competitive. People get it now.
Now, were you a esports participant?
I was, yeah, very early on though, and very quickly I learned that I was not going to cut it. I was maybe top 50 player in Call of Duty back in those days, and this day I wouldn't even make the top 1,000.
Right.
So very quickly I learned that my forte was not going to be that, and being in the older side of things. I decided that I was going to help the up and comers, the teenagers going into their 20s, the kids that are foregoing college, how to make a living off of video games without having to win a championship, but at the same time, helping them achieve their passions, which is competitive video games.
Now, tell us where your company is located and a little history about your
Yeah, company. So I founded. We were in Chicago up until December of last year, and then we moved to Frisco. Frisco is very forward thinking. They have two cafes that are centered around gaming. One's Nirvana, and then Nirvana Food and Spirits, which is a video game bar. So we knew that we were in the right city. We had our pick of the litter, though. We could have gone to L.A., we could have gone to Houston, we could have gone everywhere, but Frisco is where we ended up going, just simply because of how great the city is.
Right. And now, are you? Forgive me if this is an ignorant question. Were you courted by other cities to bring your business?
Absolutely, yeah. Went to Detroit, went everywhere.
And what kind of presentations do they make to you? What was attractive about Frisco, other than it sounds like you got the right demographic, progressive thinking?
Well, I spent 24 winters in Chicago, and I knew that I was not gonna go to Wisconsin or Detroit, which is right across the lake, or New York. Houston's a little bit too humid for me. I'm a big bass fisherman, and Lake Fork is right down the street.
Right.
So all of this came kind of in a serendipitous way together for me, and Frisco was a place. It's nice, it's hip. We have a lot of young talent that, they're at the end of the day, they're 20-year-olds that like to have fun. They like to go to bars and stuff. So.
Right. And how have you found doing business in Texas?
Well, it's very friendly, and if you're ever going to be in the business of sports, Texas is the right place to be. I mean, you have the Dallas Cowboys here, the Dallas Mavericks, the Rangers, best baseball team in the world, period.
Yeah. You are a fan. Rough year this year.
Yeah. But, it happens.
But you're from Chicago. Do your Sox or a Cub?
Sox. My wife and my daughter are Cubs fans. So, yeah.
You got a divided house.
Yeah. Well, up until 2 years ago, I kind of stopped follling baseball, and I focused all my efforts into gaming, and that's what I've been focusing on. So I don't follow baseball as much as I used to, unfortunately.
What's in the world of esports right now? What's the hot thing? What's the biggest thing?
The biggest thing right now, in terms of, I guess if you're putting up, video games against video games, in terms of what's the most popular, Fortnite is just running the table right now. Yeah. From a developer standpoint, they're doing all the right things. They put up $100 million for prize during the course of a year. But my love, the thing that changed my life forever and always, is going to be Call of Duty, and they're about to come up with a BR. Just had a chance to play the beta. It was incredible, so I'm looking forward to that.
You know what we ought to do, man?
What's up?
We ought to create a fantasy league, if it's not out there yet.
It already exists. Yeah, man. Hey, look, we're taking out pointers from from traditional sports and reinventing them as we go along the way. We learn a lot from franchising in terms of merchandise sales, how to acquire new customers, how to expand your audience, the reach of your audience.
Can you get a bet in Vegas on it?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Okay, I'm not in this world. I'm learning, man.
That's how passionate I am. I sound like I'm saying, yeah, man, but I'm not. You can. Yeah, we're always the favorite, though. That's the thing. So I can't bet personally because I own the team. Otherwise, I would.
Now, did I see recently Mark Cuban is involved in this arena or in this space as well?
I'm not sure if Mark Cuban has stepped in. He's definitely, he knows all about it.
He's very all about it.
I mean, what doesn't he know, right? Especially with esports, he's very calculated as to how he's going to participate in esports. He has a couple of investments in a couple of companies, but when it comes to an actual franchise, he hasn't done that. Now, Neil Liebman, one of the owners of the Texas Rangers, and Ray Davis, they partner up with OpTic and myself, and they see the vision. They are visionaries at heart. Neil Liebman, I cannot speak enough good things about the guy. He's a good mentor. Obviously, I'm an up and comer in the world of sports as it stands. So some of the traditions that they have, some of the processes that they do, has helped a lot.
All right, thanks for coming by, man. Let's mention your podcast.
Yeah. I have the Eavesdrop podcast.
Okay.
It's a gaming podcast that talks about technology and everything that surrounds gaming, including esports.
Available, I'm guessing, anywhere.
Everywhere,
you can get your podcasts,
YouTube.
Right?
It's a video podcast, but we also syndicate to iTunes, Google Podcast, SoundCloud, and soon Spotify and all the rest.
All right, man. Congratulations. And
thank you very much.
Nice meeting you.
Appreciate it.
This is the CEO Insider, powered by YTexas.